The moment Nigeria quietly secured 50 billion Nigerian nairas to kick off a 500,000 barrels per day mega refinery in Ondo State, and what it really means for the country's oil future. The big announcement, what it is and why it matters. Backbone Infrastructure Nigeria Limited, BNL, has revealed plans for a colossal refinery project in Ondo State, a 500,000 barrels per day, BPD, refinery, reportedly backed by an initial funding commitment of about 50 billion Nigerian nairas, or the equivalent, to kick things off. Although earlier reports pegged the entire project cost at about US $15 billion, Nigerian naira 9 trillion plus. For full build-out, the new move shows a proactive leap from signaling to mobilizing. What that means, if delivered, this would be one of the largest refinery projects in Africa, shift Nigeria's oil refining paradigm, and potentially leapfrog decades of undercapacity. Context: Nigeria's refinery gap and why this is ambitious. For decades, Nigeria has struggled to refine its own crude oil at scale. Despite being a major oil producer, the country has routinely imported refined petrol and diesel. Enter projects like the mega refinery in Ondo. At 500,000 BPD, it would rival the Dangote Refinery, 650,000 BPD, and become a cornerstone of Nigeria's dream to turn crude into domestic value. Why this is ambitious? It involves massive capital investment, complex engineering, and infrastructure like storage, terminals, pipelines, and export capacity. It must align with crude supply, domestic or imported, stable policy, logistics, and an end market ready for refined products. It challenges ineffective legacy refineries and import dependence models, meaning structural change. What the refinery project includes and expected benefits. Project inclusions. A 500,000 BPD refining unit established within the Sunshine Free Trade Zone at a lodge, Ondo State, by Backbone Infrastructure Nigeria Limited in partnership with the Ondo State government. Related infrastructure: storage tanks, terminals, loading bays, road access, handling equipment. Export capability: refined products for domestic consumption and international sales, helping Nigeria earn forex rather than just spend it. Expected benefits: import substitution. With sufficient capacity, Nigeria could slash imports of refined products, conserve foreign exchange, and improve energy security. Job creation and industrial development. A project of this size promises thousands of jobs, local content opportunities, spin-off industries. Revenue and value addition. Refining crude locally adds value, increases government revenues via taxes/royalties, and shifts the economy toward downstream strength. Regional export hub potential. With free trade zone status and export design, the refinery could serve West Africa and beyond. The funding and immediate milestone. The reported 50 billion Nigerian nairas funding commitment is an early-stage injection, signaling seriousness, mobilizing stakeholder confidence, and enabling preparatory work, site development, regulatory permits, initial infrastructure. However, full project cost remains in billions of dollars, is almost equal to US $15 billion, which means the 50 billion Nigerian nairas is a modest fraction. Mobilizing this level of funding in Nigeria means dealing with currency risk, investor confidence, governance concerns, and offtake certainty. Risks, hurdles, and what could go wrong. Crude supply chain risk. Without reliable crude feed and guaranteed input volumes, the refinery cannot operate reliably. Project financing and cost overruns. Large megaprojects often suffer delays, inflation, cost escalation, and regulatory setbacks. Policy/regulatory risk. Government support, fiscal stability, and incentive regimes must hold. Any policy shift may hamper progress. Market dynamics. Domestic demand, product pricing, competition from imports all matter. If the refinery can't get favorable margins, viability suffers. Local content, community and environment. Mega projects in Nigeria face scrutiny around environmental impact, community relations, local employment, and fairness. What to watch for next? Signing of definitive agreements. Formal MOUs or contracts between BINL, Ondo State government, federal partners, e.g., Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited and MPC. Site mobilization and groundbreaking. Will construction begin on schedule? What Phase 1 capacity is targeted, e.g., initial 100,000 BPD? Funding rounds and investor announcements. Who are the equity investors, banks, off-takers? Will international partners join? Regulatory approvals. Environmental permit, free trade zone status, land acquisition, community engagement. Market updates. Domestic refined product import volumes drop? Supply stability improve? Are local prices affected? Employment/community impact. Number of jobs promised versus delivered, local content uptake, CSR initiatives, community infrastructure upgrades. Why this project may be a game changer for Nigeria. If delivered successfully, the Ondo Refinery could become a national reckoning point for energy independence, shifting Nigeria from importing to refining and exporting. Trigger downstream industrial growth. Petrochemicals, plastics, logistics, maritime services surrounding the free trade zone. Increase Nigeria's regional energy leadership, becoming a hub for West African refined products, intensifying economic influence. Strengthen economic resilience, reduced import burden, improved forex flows, increased government revenue, all vital for Nigeria's macroeconomy. Final reflection. The story of 50 billion Nigerian Nairas funding for a 500,000 BPD refinery in Ondo State is not just another energy project. It's a statement of Nigeria's ambition to reclaim control of its oil value chain. Yet ambition alone is not enough. Mobilizing billions, executing complex engineering, aligning policy, securing feedstock, and sustaining downstream markets are enormous tasks. For Nigerians, the question is, will this translate into cheaper fuel, more jobs, economic transformation, or will it become another delayed promise? As the shovel hits dirt, if it does, and headlines turn into pipelines, this refinery may well become a pivot point for the country's energy future. The real story will be in how fast, how deep, and how well it's delivered.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay informed with fast, reliable news, don't forget to subscribe to Newsflash 360. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Your next headline is just seconds away.